Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Charisma Thoughts, and today we're going to discuss episode 8, which is Who is Adam and What the Fuck Did I Just See? From the last episode, I described to you guys who is Lucinda, and I gave you guys a vision that I had about her and what she means to me and how I'm her, I guess. And I mentioned this series to you guys, the following series that I said I'm going to read. I haven't read it yet. I'm going to reread it and finish the series this time. And I said that the character in that story reminds me of me, and like her name is also Lucinda. And so I feel like there's a reason why I need to go back and watch that. I'll go back and read that series. So I mentioned that, and I mentioned in that book it was like a love interest, like the story is about she didn't have her memory, she didn't know who she was. She was actually an angel, a fallen angel. Her and her soulmate, he was a fallen angel too. They both was cursed, and he had all these memories. He knew who she was. His part of the curse was every time when she starts to remember who she is, like every lifetime, because this is like a cycle. It was a cycle. Every lifetime when she starts to remember who she is, she end up dying. Like she would burn in fire, and she ended up dying. And he would watch his love, the person that he loved the most, die in front of him over and over, until eventually the curse starts to break or whatever. That's basically the gist of the storyline that I read. I haven't finished the series the first time. I'm gonna, reread it and finish the season. Well, I keep thinking it's a show. I know it's a movie. They made a movie out of it, but I have not watched the movie version. But I'm gonna reread it to get more information on that. But I also mentioned in that last episode Adam. I said that I have a person. His name is Adam. Or I think I mentioned his name, but I know I told you guys that I have a person. And that's why I feel like our stories are similar, because I actually know there's someone out there I'm meant to be with, where we have like a destiny that we're supposed to share, I guess. Our destiny is intertwined, and like he's my soulmate, he's my twin flame. If you guys don't know what twin flames are, it's basically, not everyone has a twin flame apparently. That's been said, but I know that I have a twin flame because it was actually shown to me in one of my visions. I didn't see his face, but I saw like a glimpse of his life, like I'm gonna share with you guys the visions I had about him and how it all correlates. But I know that I have a twin flame. It was said to me that I have a twin flame. So twin flame is like a soulmate, but it's like the ultimate soulmate. Like your, they said that it's the other half of your soul, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's like that. It's like a soulmate, but it's like more of like, how do I describe it? It's like you guys are the same. It's like you're the same, but like you're different. It's like the same soul, but it's different. Like the polar opposite of you, but you guys are the same in a way. I gotta do more research on what the fuck is the twin flame, to be honest. But I know that it was said to me that Adam, or I have a person that was my twin flame. It didn't say Adam was my twin flame. It just said that I have a twin flame. But I know it's this Adam person. As you can tell by the thumbnail, I have, on the left side, I have a silhouette of a man, and I have a question mark. I say, who's Adam? And then on the right, I have a picture of a actor. He's actually an actor. The reason why I have his picture up there, because this particular Adam person, who I think is Adam, I remember having a dream when I was a child of me being in this school. It's always a school. I always dream about schools. But this particular school I was drawn to is very magical, very nostalgia to me. And I would always read, like, I would always have this reoccurring dream, me being in this school. Whatever this school was, I loved it. I love how it made me feel. I just love, every time I would dream I'm in this school, I just loved it. But, what, you guys, give me 1 second, my light went out. My light went out. Better. But anyways, this one particular dream, I only saw him once when I was a child, or that I remember. But I remember this guy, this boy. He was a teenager. At the time, I would say I was in middle school when I had this dream because I don't know. I think he's a little bit older than me, to be honest. But anyways, I remember I was in the hallway of this school. And the school always like it kind of looked like the school that I would go to in my real life, but it's not the same. It's totally different. The feeling, the energy, everything is different. But anyways, so I saw him one time. Like I literally was walking down the hall. Like it was a whole bunch of people in this hallway. It was a whole bunch of students in the hallway. Like I guess going through their classes, and I was going through the hallway. I don't know. I just turned around. As soon as I turned around, I saw him. When I saw him, it was his eyes that really stuck out to me, and he looked at me. It was that scene described love at first sight. Even though I don't know what I was feeling at the time because I was young, and I don't even know if it was like love, but it felt like more than a recognition that I had of him. It felt like I knew him in a way. Like I don't know, like. I don't know. It was we had a moment when we locked eyes. We had a moment. That was the first time and only time that I had a dream about this person. That person reminded me of the actor picture that I had. His eyes. He reminded me of him. They kind of look alike a little bit, but that's why I chose his picture. It took me a while to remember. I had to figure out what his name was and stuff like that, and then I finally figured out. Like, oh yeah. So I think this Adam person is the person from my dream that I had when I was a child, where I would go to this school. And you guys, if you guys notice that if I have like any white like stuff like coming out my lips and the side, it's not the case. It's just the chapsticks that I have. I have to get better chapsticks, but it makes it look like that, but it's not the case. But I hate it when it looks like that. But anyways, I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think it's the same. Like, when I had this vision or this dream, and we locked eyes, and for some reason, after that, he reminded me of that actor, and I looked at the actor. They got the same similar eyes. They kind of look alike to me. They had the same type of features, but like he's taller. The one in my vision, he's taller. And the actor, he kind of looks shorter, but the one in my vision, who's taller, a little bit taller than me. But I just wanted to state that. So that was the first time I had a dream about this Adam person. And the second time, this is where it gets interesting. This is back in 2020 when I had this vision. Because one, I was dreaming and then I was waking up. So that's where it gets a little weird. So I was in this dream. I don't know what place this was. I don't think it was. I think it was our reality, like Earth, but it's like I feel like it was like the future or a different reality. I don't know how to explain it, but we was in some type of building, like always. I always say that because I don't know where I'm at, so I have to say some type of building. Because at first I thought I was, okay, now it's coming to me because I had this vision back in 2020. I remember how it started off. Okay, so it was me. I couldn't see me, but it's like I'm experiencing me. This is first person. I was chasing someone. This person was trying to get to a portal, and I said, "No, you can't go." And he was trying to sidestep me, like trying to like get in, and he actually entered. So I ran after him inside this portal. So we went inside this little portal room, this little door. It led to another dimension, I don't know where we was, but apparently I knew in my dream, I knew where we was, but me observing it, I didn't know where the fuck we was. But we entered this room, this building portal, and I'm thinking it's the underworld, but I'm not sure. I don't think it could be the underworld of some kind. Because the reason why I think it's the underworld I think it's the underworld, but I don't know. Yeah, so he went in there. I was about to like fucking grab this dude and destroy him right there, and then other people came in. They say, "Oh, you can't fight him because of something." Like I couldn't fight this dude who he wasn't allowed to even fucking enter. I was getting mad. He wasn't allowed to enter, and they all came. I don't know how many it was, but like they were like authority figures of some kind. They wasn't human, and at this point, I don't think I was. But anyways, they wasn't human per se. But they said if we were to fight, it would cause some type of it would be destructive, so we couldn't fight or something. Because I was about to destroy the fuck. I was about to his ass, because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not supposed to be in here. So I guess I was like a gatekeeper or something, or a guardian of the portals or whatever. But he wasn't allowed to go into this particular portal. And these authority figures that came out of nowhere, me and the vision knew who they were. Me observing, I'm like, who are these people? Their eyes stuck out to me, like, cause they appear out of nowhere. One, and so it tells you like they wasn't like they were magical, like supernatural of some kind. But their eyes stuck out to me, especially this one particular person. And he spoke. He's like, and he looked at me, and he's like, ooh. He's like, who fucking you? So fucking rude. Like, me in my dream, I'm very calm, very nonchalant. I didn't react to what he said. Like, I was just like, I don't know why I was around these people. Like, obviously, you can tell I did not really care for these people at all. But he said that. He's like, who fucking you? And they pointed to this other guy. This other guy was a tall dude, black hair, big eyes. He had big eyes. I don't know who he was. The one in my dream knew who he was. I guess they were together, me and the guy who's like, I guess we were together. I had a child with me. It was a baby. It came out of nowhere, but that was my baby. It was a newborn child. I had the baby with me. Like, I was holding the newborn baby. We was all sitting down, and we were all talking telepathically. We wasn't speaking, through our mouths. We was speaking through our minds. And as we were speaking, and like they tried to figure out, like, they knew who I was with, whoever this person was. I don't know who he was, but he was sweet, like he was nice to me. But I don't think I was in love with him. Whoever this person was, I don't think I was in love with him. I think he was in love with me more than I even cared for this person. I wasn't mean or bitchy or anything like that. It's just I don't think that I think he loved me more than I ever loved him, or something like that, whoever this person was. But I'm sitting down holding the baby, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh, have you heard?" Like, they were speaking to me telepathically. They were talking about, "Oh, Adam," and that's when Adam appeared. He spoke to me in my mind. Adam wasn't there, but he was speaking to me, like he was connecting to me, like as if he's somewhere else, and he's speaking to me. So he wanted me to relay a message to these individual people. I don't know who they are. So I was explaining what he's telling me, and some type of graph or something appeared, and I was like, telling them what it means, because they was asking what it means, and I was telling them what it means or whatever. And that's how the first introduction I had about Adam. So in that particular vision, I woke up. As I'm waking up, I hear Adam in my mind, and he's speaking to me. I don't know. I don't think he was speaking directly to me. I think I was hearing him speaking about something. I don't remember what he said, because at the time I had this vision at the year 2020. I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know a lot back then. Like, I just experienced my spiritual awakening, my Holy Spirit awakening. I didn't know anything. I didn't know who was Adam. I didn't know the underworld. I didn't know all that. Even though I had these visions and all this, experienced all this since I was a child and didn't realize it, I still didn't know what was going on. So I just thought this Adam person was just some random dude that I had a connection with, or that I will have a connection with, because I knew that it was going to happen, because obviously I don't recognize this person. But he spoke to me, and I'm waking up, like I'm not dreaming anymore. Like, he spoke to me, and he was saying all this stuff. I don't know exactly what he was saying, like, but I trusted him. He wasn't like a bad person or anything, but like, and his voice was deep, and like he sounded like he was older than me. I know that's so weird to say, but it just seemed like he was older than me. But that was the first time I actually heard the name Adam. I actually heard him speak, and that was the first time ever. And this is a vision that I had, me being in this underworld place. There was more that happened in that vision, but like it doesn't correlate to Adam, so that's why I'm not describing that more of that vision. Maybe in the future I might share more, but I'm just gonna keep that for myself. So yeah, so that was the first time. The second time, was there a second time? Oh yeah, this was the second time. A couple of days ago. That's why I'm doing this video. Okay, a couple of days ago, this whole Adam person reappeared. Okay, so in this vision, there's a lot going on. Don't know what's going on. I don't remember every detail, but I know there's a lot going on in this vision. I was in this home apartment complex. I was in an apartment, and inside this apartment, I was with my family that I have now. Whatever. I didn't mean like to, you know. I was in the apartment building with my siblings and my mother, and I don't recognize this apartment building, but I was inside, and I don't know what we were doing. I think we was talking or whatever, and as we were speaking, I opened the door of the apartment door. I opened it and I looked up because someone told me to do that, and I saw this boy like around my age or probably younger. I couldn't see his face because he was looking at the door too. He was looking outside his door, but he was looking straight, and I was looking at him. Like, I'm trying to give you guys a picture of like how the scene is. It's like I'm opening my door and I'm looking, and his door is on like next to my door, but he's opening his door. He can't see me. He's looking this way, so he's looking. I guess he was looking after somebody who came out of his apartment. I didn't know who came out of his apartment, but some reason the word Marley or Manson or it starts with an M. The name, the letter M or something was mentioned. A name that starts with the M, I should say. I don't remember what it said. I think it was Marley or Mason or I don't know, something like that. So that was that, and then I just closed the door, and then he knocked on the door. The one who's looking out, he knocked on the door. He peered, and he was like, and I asked him. I said, "Who's that left or whatever?" And he was like, "Oh, that's my brother. He said, I don't know why he's giving me all this information, but he's giving me all this information. He's like, he's a painter and he raced cars. They want him to be in the game, but he doesn't want to be in the game, and he keeps like he can't sleep at night. He can't sleep at night. He keeps talking about this person named Adam. He has to embody Adam. He has to be he is Adam or something like that. And something that's like I just like, oh, I like, where is he? Where is he? I had to find him. And he's like, oh, he's looking for a girl named Bridget. Whoever this Bridget person is. This is where it gets, remember the name Bridget. Okay, just remember that name, because like this is where I have a reference clue to this vision. But anyways, he said he's looking for a girl named Bridget. I said, okay, I'm gonna find him. I said, how far away? He gave me miles of like how far away he was. So I end up chasing after him, and I was like running fast, but I ended up chasing after him, and I ended up at a school. I'm inside this school, like I'm inside this school. It's always a school, I tell you guys, man. And this school, it reminded me of my childhood school, but this particular school, it's like my heart felt a connection to it. But anyways, and I'm just looking around the school. I'm like, oh my god, this school look nice. As I'm trying to search for this Adam person. Oh, this school. Oh, they got a whole bunch of books. Like I was just talking. Like I'm hearing my thoughts. This is so funny. And I'm like, oh, what kind of school is this? And I'm just going through it, and I'm like, damn, this school looked very familiar. That's what I kept saying. And then I kept going deeper and deeper into the school, and I saw students. These particular students, it kind of looked like a shell. I don't know what was happening with these students, but they had like wires. I don't know. It was something connected to their ear, and they had like a bucket of water. And I said, oh, they're clairvoyant. I said, no. I said, they're clairaudient. That's what I said. They're clairaudient. That's their gift. But now that I think about it, I feel like whatever that wire connection to the water, it kind of reminded me like a strong connection. They were trying to find a strong connection, and they put it in water. Okay, water reference like it helps you remember. Water can help you remember. It can also help you not remember. It's kind of like a double-edged sword, but it helps you to remember. I know that. So like water, strong connection, because it had water clicking to the ear. It was in water, so it kind of represents some type of strong connection of some kind. But these students didn't look like they was there. Like they I don't know what was happening with these students, but I just kept looking at them and I kept on walking. And as I'm walking, I went inside this classroom. It was a whole bunch of students, and I'm looking out the window. Like I'm looking inside the classroom, and everyone's like, I don't think, at first I thought they couldn't see me or whatever, but I was like not paying them attention anyways. And I was looking out the window, and I was trying to look out the window, but there was a teacher on a desk. You know how, back then, I don't know if they still have this in the cars, but like, because, cars upgraded. You know how they could like touch a button and the window, oh, this like, I think that's what they have in cars. They touch a button and the window, like rise up. That's basically what she did. Like, I was looking out the window and she, like, some type of window was rising up and I couldn't look out the window. I had to hurry and step back because she was trying to close me in. And I looked at the teacher and she's like, you're not supposed to be here. And I looked at this girl like, I ain't gonna lie, the way I walked into this school, I was like, it kind of, I was like, not at all, like, as if I owned the school. And the funny thing is, I do. But anyways, I looked at the lady, and they mentioned that they was gonna call some type of security, something with race. I don't know who these people were. They said they would call security, and I was like, okay, I don't know why. I said, why are you calling security on me? I said, I'm looking for a girl named Bridget, and I said, do you know anybody named Bridget? And then everybody looked at the girl named Bridget, and she came. She's like, yeah, I'm Bridget, and then she stood up. I said, yeah, this is a boy named Adam. He's looking for you. That's what I said, and then. She was like, okay, and she was about to walk out the door, like she was going up the door, but she's like, wait, is it somebody? She think it was somebody else that wanted to harm her or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. So that's when I went up to the door, and as soon as I opened the door, these security women, girls, whoever these girl was the same security people that the teacher called or whatever. And the main girl looked like Sabrina from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, not the new version, the old version, the one that I grew up with. She looked like her. But as soon as I opened the door, she was trying to punch me in my face. And I'm like, what the fuck? I sidestepped, and I'm like, why are you trying to punch me in my face? They was trying to knock me unconscious. And I didn't understand why they was trying to do that. But that's what they were trying to do. Not only her, that's the funny part. And that's when Adam showed up. The one that the brother said that he left, that's when he showed up. And I saw his face from the front. And he looked like the boy from my dream when I was a child. The boy that I dreamt about when I locked eyes with him. It was love at first sight or something like that. He looked like him, and he looked like the picture of the thumbnail person that I showed you. But he's taller. But he was not looking at me, bitch. I was like, bitch, I'm the main character in this bitch. But he was not looking at me at all. And these security girls was not even, they were paying attention to me, but not really. And that's when Bridget tried to like come in and like Bridget was trying to punch me in my face too. I'm like, what is, I had to sidestep this girl, and people was like laughing at her because she turned to like a childlike version of her in a way. Like she wasn't a child, but she was acting very childish. She was like, I'm gonna punch you. Like she was being like very childish, and everybody started laughing, including Adam. He had like a little smile and smirking. And I was looking at his like, bitch, like, I was like getting so frustrated and mad because I'm like, I wasn't mad, but I was like, what's going on? Like, this girl was trying to punch me. She was trying to lock me unconscious. What's so funny about that? And not only her, Sabrina person was doing this, trying to do the same thing. But Adam was not paying me attention at all. I'm like, bitch, can you not see me? Like, I'm right here. But all of a sudden, the whole group, we were like a whole group. We all went out the door. As we were going down the hallway, this story gets weird. My dreams and visions are so fucking weird. I swear. We're going down the hallway. As we're going down this big ass hallway, I said this school looked very familiar. But as we're going down, I'm like, they all in front of me. I'm behind. I'm observing them, and he's not paying attention to Bridget anymore. Some other girl appeared, and he put her over his shoulder. And like, I guess they were like together or whatever. That's what I thought. I thought they were like together. I was like, oh, okay. Like, ignore me, bitch. I don't like being ignored. Don't do that shit to me. I would be so mad. No, that's what they was doing. They was ignoring me, and all of a sudden, we just start as we was going down the hall. We all just start like, I don't know. It's like we started feeling sad, and as we started feeling sad, we just all started bawling our eyes out. Like it wasn't like tears, like it was we were bawling our eyes out to the point where snot was coming out our nose. We were crying so hard, and there was another group of people who I guess who ended up at the school at the same time. It was other group of people who was there too, like who came to the school at the same time we did, and they started crying. Like everybody just started crying. We went to the hallways because and then that's when we started to remember, like, this is our school, this is our school, this is our place, this is our home. And we started to realize that something's wrong. And as we sitting down trying to compose ourselves, there's this like a little napkin thing. You know how the napkin, I don't know if they have that in schools, but there was one of those napkins that was attached to the walls, and I grabbed it. I was trying to wipe my nose because I was crying, bawling my eyes out. And as I was trying to wipe my nose, this one dude, there's always somebody appear out of nowhere. This one dude appeared out of nowhere. He said, "Don't do it. Don't put that in your nose. They tried to suffocate you or something." So that's when we started to really look at the school. The school, I told you, the school was. I was drawn to the school, but it looked weird. Even the kids that I saw in the beginning with the wires and it's connecting to the water, they looked like they was not there. They looked weird, like they were zombies or something. But as we went outside and the dude was talking to us, he was explaining what was happening. He said that I own the school, and that I own a school with my husband. That he said, and that I'm his wife. He didn't tell Adam at first that the Adam person that I'm his wife. Apparently we're married or something. But he's explaining that to us. As he explained that to us, there was something going on outside. Like there was like a whole war going on, bitch. Like these people with some type of futuristic guns they had some type of futuristic guns. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's not the guns that we know. They had that, and I'm like, oh, bet. So I was trying to jump into the fight. Like I don't even know what's going on. But I guess me and my vision kind of knew what was going on. I guess. I was like preparing myself about to fight these people. I don't have no weapons, mind you, and nothing. All I have is my hands and me. So I was like, I don't know what I was about to do. I don't know what I was about to do, but I was about to fight these people. And that's when this woman came out of nowhere. You see, the people just come out of nowhere in my fucking dreams. They just make their appearance. This woman, she kind of reminded me of my principal that I had when I was a child. But she doesn't look like her, but she just reminded me of her. But she was this black woman, and she had gifts. And I guess telekinesis or whatever. She did something to these soldiers who had these guns. She, like, basically immobilized them in a way. I don't know what she did, but she wasn't close to them or anything. Like, she did something with her mind. And she that's when she came to me, and she held my hand. She's like, we're stronger together. And I looked at her. I'm like, I don't even know who you, like, I understood like what that meant, because that's something that I say. I said, we're stronger together. I always say something like that. But when I looked at her, I don't know who she is. I didn't remember her, but apparently she's an ally. And I was like, okay. Because I thought I was like about to do everything on my own or whatever. I was about to fight these people. And I was not scared, to surprise. I was very calm. Like, I was like, okay, let's go to war. Like, whatever. And that was it. So that's what, oh no, there was more to it. That's when Adam came, like, after she immobilized all these people, the woman, that's when the group, we came together again, and the man who was speaking to us and talking about, I'm his wife, I own the school, he said that we gotta get married again or something. And that he mentioned something about a single mother had a child. I don't know, because this is where it get weird. I wasn't me anymore. Like, I was still there. I was still observing it, but now it was a different person that was speaking. Like, that was Adam's wife or something. I don't know. So that's where it gets weird. But once I get more clarity on that, I'm going to share more with you guys. But this video is getting too long. But that was the vision that I had about Adam. The second vision I had about Adam. I know it was like all over the place, but hopefully you guys understood what that dream was. That's how I felt when I was experiencing this vision. It was like all over the place. Like, 1 minute there, 1 minute this is like a lot. There's a lot going on in that vision. But let's talk about the reference clue on who I think Adam is. I think Adam is my person, my soulmate, my one true love, my one and only, everything. One of the reference clue is this book series, the Fallen series, which I described to you guys in the beginning, about their love story, the two lost souls. Another reference clue, this is where it gets very interesting and weird. That's why I feel like everything in my life connects. I had written I was trying to write a book in 2018. I didn't finish the story, but I started the story and I ended up, the last time I updated was in chapter 11. I was in chapter 11. And this is what was in 2018 when I wrote this story. So I wrote this story. It was called In Our Dreams We Meet. I wrote that story based off the dream that I had when I was a child, and I said that we locked eyes. I said, oh, let me just create a story out of that. And this is where it gets crazy. In that story, it described a girl named Maya. She's the main character. And she, like, every time she would sleep, she would enter a, she just thought that she was dreaming. You know, she just had weird dreams. But every time she would have these dreams, she would see the guy, that I basically reenacted that scene I had when I was a child, and I dreamt about me locking eyes. That's what she experienced as well, locking eyes with someone, and he looked at her. But in this, the way that I wrote in the story is that she actually went up to him, and because she was so drawn to him, like it's like wherever this emotion, this energy, this feeling that she was so drawn to him of, she literally had no control of herself. Like, she's literally walking to him. And as she's walking to him, she's like, hi, or yeah, she said hi. And he was there, like in the story, he was in there, he was talking to somebody else, and him and his friend just started laughing at her. And then she felt humiliated, and then she just walked away. So that was the first experience that she had when she went into this dream world. But every time she was dream, she would end up at the school and she would see him. She would have pajamas on, and sometimes he would have pajamas on. But every time she will end up at the school, until eventually she the person, Michael, I named him Michael. He came to her. He finally introduced himself to her, and he was saying that that she was causing a time loop in their world. Mind you, she didn't know that she was in an alternate reality. She thought she was just dreaming. So the whole time she was in an alternate reality, and they were, like, every time she would enter this alternate reality, she would cause a time loop to the point where they would like appear at this school. The alternate reality is Michael's world.